All right, let me know when you're ready.
Camera's good.
All right, getting back out today, really yesterday. I mean, we got a short week this week, so, as bad as it sucks on Saturday night, probably the only thing good about it was the fact that we do have a short week this week, and you got to flip the script fast, turn it around, and really today was like Tuesday practice. So a lot of things get in yesterday. Had a lot of recruits in, visitors, a lot of recruiting meetings, and then getting ready for the normal down game plan that we come out with today. So we addressed excuse me, each side of the ball teams addressed the corrections from the game on Saturday. But not a lot of time to sit around and dwell on it, and we got to move forward and get ready to roll. So, big game on Friday afternoon. Huge challenge for us. It's a challenge we're excited about, and very good football team, good players, good coaches, and excuse me, and playing good football right now. So, and we've kind of been the opposite. We have not been playing good football the last few weeks. So I'm not going to sit there and deny it or hide from it. So we got work to do. We got to improve. But that's what this week is. It's about what's right now. It's not about anything in the past. It's not about anything in the future. I told the team you got to put all those things away and tie them up in a little bag and put them away and deal with them after, because full focus has to be on this game this week. So with that, we go with any questions.
Any questions, Chad?
Touching on that a little bit, you talked about peaking, your team peaking. Maybe do you get a sense this team maybe peaked too early?
You never know when you're in the moment, really. Because you don't know if you're hoping there's still more to go. And what probably game 7, 8, we're in there, and we're hoping we hadn't peaked. So and obviously we've come down the last few weeks and haven't played up to anyone's expectation or the way that I feel like we're capable of playing. So. I hope that's not the case. I hope we still have some peaking left in us. So,
As I know, Thursday you usually do injuries, but won't do anything on Thursday. I was just curious about
Wednesday, aren't we? Wednesday.
Wednesday. But I was just curious
we don't
about.
have to do injury report this week.
Yeah. I was just curious how Jai Gilmore's doing, and if he had.
Yeah, he'll be out the rest of the year. He'll be out the rest of the year. So, hate it for him. What a great addition he was to the team, and has been leader in the locker room, and I know that won't change.
Can you compare the emotions to playing in this game versus coaching in this game?
Never thought about that. Thought of it. As a player, you're really more singularly focused on your job and what you have to do, the task at hand. And yeah, you let the emotion, the emotions are all around, and you got to channel that into the energy and the passion to play a game. As a coach, you see, you feel it, it. But you're also so focused on so many other different areas. So it's a totally different feeling, but you're also responsible for all those areas. So it's kind of a double-edged, I guess you'd say. It swings both ways and as a coach as opposed to a player. A player is just about going out and playing, but, when you see everything and are responsible for it all, it's a little different as a coach. But either way, the passion and the emotions about it are strong. It should be that way every time you play.
Does Georgia game hit different?
It does for me, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does. It does for everybody on both teams. I mean, that's what in-state rivalries are about. They're about playing against the guys that you grew up with or grew up playing against and grew up playing with. Majority of players on both teams are from this state, and one of, not the best, high school football in the entire country. And to be able to have a showcase what really ends up being it's a showcase of the high school talent and the high school programs and the high school coaches of all their players really competing at once. And I said that was one of the cool things about last year's game. At the end of it, as it kind of went through the weekend, you saw the different things taking place in the games and the fighting and all that stuff. And you didn't see that in this game, right? And it doesn't mean they don't play hard. They play extremely hard, but fighting is not a representation of playing hard, right? Doing those things, and I think that's because there's respect, and sometimes the hardest you play against the people you know the best, or you have the most relationship or experience with, because it's like two brothers fighting, and they're going to go at it, but after the game, there's still going to be that respect for each other.
How would you compare what Gunnar Stockton means to Georgia as compared to what Haynes means to your team?
Yeah, I mean, he's a good football player. He's playing good football right now. I don't think you can compare the two. I mean, I'm not in their building. I'm not in their locker room. I'm not around them, so I don't know.
Gotcha.
Coach Key, with a short turnaround and after the big disappointment on Saturday, how do you focus your guys in and let them stare and appreciate all the opportunity they still have in front of them?
It's kind of complicated. I don't know about staring. If they stare, they're going to get slapped in the face. They're going to get hit. All right, they need to stop looking and go act. All right, it's part of our problem. People standing around looking. We need to go make things happen.
Jackson.
What would a win in this game mean for this program?
I mean, you guys are the ones that promote it, so you'd have to tell me. I mean, I'm not going to say it's a win's a win. I mean, look, this is a game that means a lot to a lot of people. A lot of people that have gone to school here, played here, been fans of this place. But it doesn't mean more to them by any means than it does to the players on this football team. So, and look, it's not like it's been done. It's not like it's been done, and that's what rivalries are. And I've said this before. We've got to do our part in it, right? Closing the gap's one thing. I mean, that's not even remotely. It's like I said after the game. I mean, how do you justify losing a football game? You don't. Right? There's no justification of losing the game, and it's our job to go out and put our best effort in to be able to come out on top.
I know you say this year's about this year, but the way the game ended last year and how torturous that was for everyone involved on your side, just like that has to be some level of motivation for your guys that played in that game last year going into this one with the way that ended last year.
Yeah, I don't know if it's more motivation. I do not get into the motivating part of it. I get into playing the game for the right reasons. And then 30 football team wasn't even here. So years don't carry over to each other. They're completely, I mean, week to week is different. Look, I mean, all that matters is this week right now. Everything that's happened in the past, everything that's happens future next week, none of that stuff matters this week. Not one bit of it. All right, records, wins, losses like of late. I mean, none of that does. That's what I told the team today.
How's Haynes been? We haven't seen him make a couple bad throws like that in a game in a long time. How's he responded the last couple of days?
Yeah, well, I mean, we didn't throw yesterday, but no. I mean, he's responded fine, no issues. Started off that way, and one thing I will say, credit to him for kind of pulling himself in and getting right. In the past couple years ago, that he kind of wouldn't happen. It would have been a whole game, and the maturity and the focus of him was able to set. And look, sometimes I mean, like offensive football is similar to golf, in that I mean. I'm sure y'all some real golfers out here in this crowd I'm looking at, but yeah. But I mean, you go shoot a 65 one week, and the next week on same course, same pin placement, you shoot a 75. It's the precision in the game. It doesn't travel every single play every single week. He's been on a heater for the last few weeks, and missed a few throws early, and it's not always him either now. By any means. He'll sit there and take responsibility for it all, but I mean, we had protection breakdowns, we had timing and routes, we had receivers knocked off, we had drops, we had everything. So you compile it all. Let's don't for a second put all that on Haynes.
You touched on a little bit about Stockton. You thinking he's a good quarterback, but what else?
I think he's a great quarterback.
Great quarterback, sorry. What else are you seeing from them offensively and defensively as you prepare for them that they're doing well this season?
Well, I mean, right here, I mean, they're top 30 in the country in total offense, scoring offense, rushing, pass efficiency. Defensively, total defense, scoring defense, rushing defense. They're top 10, top 15 in all those. They're top 10 national special teams. So, I mean, what are they doing? They're doing things well. They got a lot of young guys too. A lot of young guys that are playing, and they've matured over the course of the year, and they've been able to play, continue to build on it and play good football, and they're playing their best ball right now.
Speaking of bright spots, so just talk to us about Isaiah Canyon, his progress. He had a good night the other night. His progress this year.
Yeah, I mean, he's progressing, like you expect a sophomore, a second-year player to progress. And, he's a guy that, right out of high school, he's just really new. He's new to the receiver position. And, out of high school, he had a shoulder surgery and kind of banged up with that. So he's big, he's strong, he's fast. When his concentration's there, he can catch anything that's out. His catch radius is, as big as you can get. So I've been very pleased with him. Really excited to see him continue to grow. And then on top of that, he's a great kid. I mean, Isaiah he's one of the best kids I've ever been around. Unbelievable.
It seems like this team does a better job as an underdog, and when they're facing expectations on the outside that are down on you guys. Is there something to that, like the fighter mentality or whatever?
Before. I don't. There's not. I mean, I don't think that one bit. I don't see it. I mean, different mentality going into a game. It's nothing that we talk about. It's nothing that we coach up. It's nothing we do different.
Ben Galloway got some series the other night. What did he do to allow himself to put in that position to get in there?
Yeah, I mean, he's another guy who was banged up at the beginning of the year, and he's been progressing and played multiple positions. And he's a third-year player in the program. There's still something to be said for players developing in a program. I know everybody wants the quick fix and the people to come in right away and make impacts. The second they step on campus, but he's a credit to staying in the program and developing, and he's earned his way out there.
When you look at the film from Saturday, defensively, what changed in the second half? You guys got off the field and were able to have some success.
We lit them up. Blitz from the upper deck. I mean, that's what we did. I mean, we brought a lot more pressure. I'm not saying anything that's not on tape that people can't see. So, and we were able to get the ball and make plays. But I mean, we still had instances where we, cut it to one score and it was right there and bust a gap and have a missed assignment and things spits. Like I said after the game, you're playing everybody down in there trying to stop the run and get the ball back, and if one spits, it does, and it sure did. I mean, if you're moving the front, somebody's got to get to there. The D line's got to get across. They got to get there. Linebackers have to fit. Safeties have to be in the support element.
Anything else? Just.
Coach, this game was one that you mentioned in your introductory press conference. You pointed out this particular matchup. Do you spend any time kind of letting your players know how much this game means to you individually, or do you let the meaning of this game or their own motivations just kind of come to them?
Yeah, I mean, we talk every week about a different, there's different points of emphasis every week for different teams. This week's no different.
Anything else? All right.
That's it. All right, go Jackets.